Students, how are you? Welcome to Mahdi English School. Myself, Nilofer Miss, and my subject is mathematics, that you all know. And this today's online lecture is for the class 2. Okay, so I hope that you all are ready to attend this online lecture. So here is the today's quote. As you know that we always start our lecture, we always begin our lecture with the quote. So here is the today's quote. Let's read it. Every morning you have two choices. Every morning you have two choices. Continue to sleep with your dreams or wake up and chase them. Just try to came your dream. These two choices always you have when you wake up. Now we are in the chapter number 11 and the name of this chapter is a time. So let's do revision of the previous lecture first and then we just move to today's topic. But first of all, let's do revision of the previous topic first. So here is the revision. Now let's do exercise 11A. This is your textbook exercise. So let's start doing the textbook exercise and you have to write down this textbook exercise in the fair book. And those students who have textbook, they can fill this exercise in the textbook also, and you have to write down this exercise in the fair book also. This is compulsory to write in the fair book. Here is the heading. This is exercise 11A. Which exercise it is? It is exercise 11A. And from this exercise, this is the question number 1. Those students who have a textbook, they can see exercise 11A question number 1 and the heading is write the correct time. This is the heading, write the correct time. This one is a heading and this is compulsory to write in the fair book. Give these types of heading in a new page. Give these types of heading exercise 11A. Give this heading in a big handwriting. Then write down question 1. Then write down this instruction in a big handwriting. Write the correct time. You have to write down this first and then just write it down. Here is the question number A. What is the question number A? You have to check the shorthand first. Which hand you have to check? You have to check the small hand first. Here it is. It is between 5 and 6. You have to check this. It is between 5 and 6. So you have to take first number, which is 5. So it is between 5 and 6. So you have to take the 5 number first. So it is 5 and how many minutes? The minute hand, it is pointing to 6. You can check this. The minute hand, it is pointing to 6. It means how many minutes? On 1, it is 5 minutes. On 2, it is 10 minutes. On 3, it is 15 minutes. If it is pointing to 4, it means the 20 minutes. If it is pointing to 5, it is 25 minutes, and if it is pointing to 6, it is 30 minutes. So the time is 5:30, and you can also call it 3:30. What you can call this? You can read the time as a 5:30. It means 5 o'clock and 30 minutes passed from 5. This way you can write down the correct time. Now number B is there. You can see this. It is between 6 and 7. And the minute hand, it is pointing to 3. The short hand, it is near about 6. And the long hand, it is pointing to 3. So if the long hand pointing to 1, it's a 5 minutes. If it is pointing to 2, it is 10 minutes. And here it is pointing to 3, it means it is a 15 minutes. So here is 15 minutes it shows, and the short hand shows the 6 o'clock. So you can read the time as a 6 o'clock and 15 minutes. This way you can write down the correct time. It is 6 o'clock and 15 minutes pass from it. So this way you can write down the correct time. Now the question number C, you can see here, this is the number C and the next clock is there. See this, check the shorthand first. It is between 10 and 11 where it is exactly pointing. You can check in this clock, you can see the red dot, I am moving around it. So the shorthand is pointing between 10 and 11. You can check this. It is between 10 and 11. And the minute hand, you can see it is pointing to exactly 6. It means how many minutes? If the minute hand is pointing to 6, it means it is 30 minute. How many minute it passed? It shows the 30 minute pass on 10 o'clock. So how can you write this? How can you read the time? Or you can write the time? So it is between 10 and 11. So you have to take the 10 o'clock. What you have to take? Which time you have to take? You have to take a 10 o'clock. And minutes is 30 minutes. See this, I write down the time, correct time here. It is 10:30. What you can read the time? You can read the time as a 10:30. This way you can read the time. So it is 10:30, or in the other words, you can read the time as a 10:30. How you can read the time? As a 10:30. Now the question number D. So minute hand, it is pointing to 6. It means the 30 minutes. You can see here the minute hand, it is pointing to 6. It means the 30 minutes. And the short hand, it is pointing between 12 and 1. Where it is pointing? It is pointing between 12 and 1. You can check this. It is between 12 and 1. So you have to take 12 number. Okay. It is 12 o'clock and 30 minutes. This way you can write down the correct time. And you can just read the time in the other words as a 12, 12:30. What you can read? You can read this as a 12:30. You can read the clock. The minute hand, it is pointing to 6. So here I am writing 30 minutes, and the short hand, it shows the hours. So it is between 12 and 1. So it shows a 12 o'clock. 12:30. You can read in the another word. I hope you understand this, that how to read the time. The question number 2 of the exercise 11A. Now give the heading on new page. Just give the heading on a new page with some big handwriting. It is exercise 11A. Write down this way. Exercise 11A. And the question number 2. Which question number it is? The next question number 2 it is. Now, the instruction for the question number 2 is given. See this. The instruction is given for the question number 2. Let's read and understand it. Draw the hour hand. What the instruction is? Draw the hour hand. The minute hand has been drawn. The minute hand is already drawn for us, is already given. And we have to draw the short hand. It means the hour hand. What we have to draw? The hour hand we have to draw. Now, let's see how we can do it. Here is the question number A. Now, here is the question number A and the time is given. It is 2:30. So, the minute hand is already drawn for us. It is given already in the clock. If it is 30:30 minutes, the minute hand it is pointing to 6. Because at 6 it is 30:30 minutes. You can see it is pointing to 6. It means the minute hand is drawn for us. We have to draw the short hand. So where I have to draw the short hand? I have to draw between 2 and 3. Where I have to draw this hand? The short hand I have to draw between 2 and 3. It is the exactly place for 2:30 is between 2 and 3. So this way you can see this, it is between 2 and 3, not exactly pointing to 2 or not exactly pointing to 3. It is exactly pointing between near about 2, or you can call it between 2 or 3. This way you have to draw the short hand because the minute hand is already drawn. It is already given. The red color hand, you can see it is a minute hand, and the blue color hand, you can see it is a hour hand, and it is a short hand also. And if you want to show this time in the clock, so you have to draw the short hand between 2 and 3 and near about 2. You can check this, it is near about 2 and between 2 and 3. So it shows a 2:30. Now this hand shows the 2:30 o'clock. Now the question number B, and the given time is 4:30. The time is already given and it is a 4:30. So exactly the minute hand is drawn pointing to 6. You can check this, the minute hand it is drawn and it is pointing to 6. It shows the 30:30 minutes. Now you can see the hour, it is 4. So where we have to draw this? We have to draw the short hand between, it is pointing to between 4 and 5. Near about 4 and between 4 and 5. Here it is, you can see this. It is near about 4 and between 4 and 5. Not exactly pointing to 4 or not exactly pointing to 5. You can check this. So this hand shows the time is 4:30. What it shows? It shows the 4:30. So you can draw the short hand to show the given time, which is 4:30. It shows the 4:30. Here you can see it is between 4 and 5, near about 4, because the time is 4:30. Now the question number C is, and the given time is 6:30. We have to show the time 6:30. And the minute hand it is drawn. The minute hand already shows 30:30 minutes. We have to show the hour. It is 6:30. So we have to draw the hand between 6 and 7 and near about 6. So here now you can see it is exactly between 6 and 7. It is a 6:30. You can see it is near about 6 and between 6 and 7. So this shows a 6 o'clock and 30 minutes pass on it. So it shows the time 6:30. This way you can draw the time. Now the next question is there. Now the time is given, which is 3:30. Which time is given? The time is given 3:30 and the minute hand is already drawn. You can see it shows the 30:30 minutes. The minute hand, it is pointing to exactly on 6 and the hour we have to show. So we have to draw the hand between 3 and 4. Where we have to draw? We have to draw between 3 and 4. See, you can see this. It is exactly point near to 3 or between 3 and 4. Not exactly pointing to 3 or not exactly pointing to 4. So here you can see this time. Here is the exercise 11A. You have to give the heading in your fair book that exercise 11A. You have to give this heading in the fair book, and on the new page you have to give this heading. And the question number 3 is this. Which question number is this? This is the question number 3. So let's read the instruction first. What we have to do in this question. This is the instruction. Draw both the hands of the clock to show the time. The time is already given to us and we have to draw both the hands. A long hand and also a short hand. Both the hands we have to draw and show the time. The given time we have to show by drawing the hands. So let's see this. Here is the question number A. Which question number it is? Here is the question number A. And the given time is 7:30. What is the given time? The given time is 7:30. So let's draw both the hands to show 7:30 in this clock. So where the minute hand will point, it is exactly point on 6 because 12 to 1 it's a 5 minute, 12 to 2 it is 10 minutes, 12 to 3 it's a 15 minutes, 12 to 4 it's a 20 minutes, 12 to 5 it's a 25 minutes, and 12 to 6 it's a 30 minutes. So as here the minute is 30. In this given time the minute is 30. So let's draw the hand first. Let's draw the short hand first, the hour. It shows the hour. See, it's a 7:30. It means you have to draw the hand between 7 and 8. Where you have to draw the hand, the hour hand, the short hand between 7 and 8. Near about 7, but it's not exactly pointing to 7. It is exactly pointing between 7 and 8. See this. It is exactly pointing to 7 and 8. And the next hand, you can see it is the 30 minute it shows. The minute hand shows the 30:30 minutes. So it is exactly pointing to 6. You can see this. Where it is exactly pointing? It is exactly pointing to 6. Here you can see. and the hour hand, it shows it is pointing exactly between 7 and 8, near about 7, but it is between 7 and 8. This hand shows it's a 7:30. This hand shows it's a 7:30 in this clock. Now the clock number B, here is the clock number B, you can see. So the time is given, it is a 12:30. What is the time? The time is 12:30. Here the time is given. So as here the 12 is given, so where we have to draw the shorthand? Where we have to draw? We have to draw the shorthand. It is exactly pointing between 12 and 1. See this, it is exactly pointing the hour hand, pointing to 12 and 1. It is between 12 and 1. Here you can see it is near about 12 and it is pointing to exactly between 12 and 1. You can see this. Now here the minutes is given. How many minutes is given here? So it is 30 minutes. How many minutes it is? So we have to draw the hands exactly pointing to 6. Here you can see it is exactly pointing to 6. So the given time, this clock shows it's at 12:30. The given time is shown by drawing the hands. So now the time, you can see it is a 12:30. This the time shows 12:30. This way you can draw the hands. Now the question number C, clock number C is given. Here is the clock and here is the time given. We have to draw the hands to show 1:30 in this clock. See here 1:30 is given. So what we have to draw? We have to draw the time 1:30. So first of all, let's draw the shorthand. It means an hour hand. So it is 1. It means we have to draw the shorthand between 1 and 2. Where we have to draw? It is exactly we have to draw between 1 and 2. Here you can see I just show the hands between 1 and 2. Here it is exactly shown 1 and 2, between 1 and 2. See, it is exactly pointing here at the middle. It is shown a 1 and the minute 30 is pointing to 6. The minute hand pointing to 6, it means it shows the 30 minutes. It means this clock shows the time 1:30. This way you have to draw between 1 and 2, because after 1 it will be a 2 o'clock. That's why we pointing between 1 and 2, because the 1 o'clock is half complete. After completing the half circle, it's a 2 o'clock. That's why we just pointing between 1 and 2. Now the next clock number D. Here is the clock number D and we have to show the time 5:30. Which time we have to show? 5:30. It means we have to draw the shorthand, the hour hand between 5 and 6. Where we have to draw the shorthand? We have to draw the shorthand between 5 and 6. Here it is exactly pointing to between 5 and 6. Here you can see I just draw the shorthand which shows the hour between 5 and 6. Now here it is 30 minutes. So we have to draw the minute hand which shows the 30 minute. So 30 minutes, it is exactly at 6 number. So the minute hand is exactly pointing to 6 because it means it is a 30 minute, and it is between 5 and 6. It means it is a 5:30. Which time it is? What time it is? It is a 5:30. Here you can see it is a 5:30. Now the next clock I have for you, it is the clock number E. Which clock it is? It is clock number E. Here is the clock number E. Now the time is given, which is 8:30. What is the time given? The time is 8:30. This time is given to us. Now here is the 8. The hour is 8. So where I have to draw the shorthand, where I have to draw between 7 or 8, yeah, between 8 and 9, where I have to draw. So between, after 8 it will be a 9. So I have to draw between 8 and 9. So the shorthand I have to draw between 8 and 9. You can see it is exactly pointing between 8 and 9 because after 8 it will be a 9 o'clock. That's why I drew between 8 and 9 this hand. See, this hand is exactly pointing between 8 and 9. You can see this. Now the shorthand is drawn. Now let's draw the minute hand, which is pointing, it is shows 30 minute. So I have to draw at pointing to 6 because at the 6th number it is a 30 minutes. Now this clock shows it is 8:30. The clock shows this time. The time is 8:30, a half past 8. What is the time? The time is a half past 8. You can read in a word, you can speak in a word that it is half past 8. The half circle is past. That's why we can speak it is half past 8. Now the next clock I have for you, it is the clock number F. Now the time is given, it is 9:30. We have to draw both the hands to show the time 9:30. So where I have to draw the shorthand between what? So after 9 it will be a 10 o'clock. So I have to draw between 9 and 10. The shorthand I have to draw between 9 and 10. Okay. So here I drew. You can check this. I draw between 9 and 10. Here you can check this. It is exactly between 9 and 10. See, this hour shows it is between 9 and 10. And the minutes is 30:30. It means it is exactly pointing to 6. It is exactly pointing to 6, and the shorthand, it is exactly pointing between 9 and 10. Now this clock shows it's a 9:30. What time it shows? This clock shows it is a 9:30. I hope you understood, students. Now the clock number G I have for you, and the given time is 11:30. So the shorthand I have to draw after 11, it will be a 12 o'clock. So I have to draw the hour hand between 11 and 12. See this, I draw the hands between 11 and 12, exactly pointing between 11 and 12, and the minutes shows 30:30. Here it is. So now this is a minute hand pointing to 6, it means the 30 minutes, and this shorthand pointing to 11 and 12 between it. So it shows, this time shows 11:30. Now the next and the last clock is clock number H, and the time we have to draw, it is a 6:30. Which time we have to draw? It is 6:30. So it is after 6, it will be a 7 o'clock. So we have to draw the shorthand between 6 and 7. See this, I draw the shorthand between 6 and 7. It is exactly between 6 and 7. And the minute hand we have to draw pointing to 6, because it is exactly 30 minutes. And the 30 minutes shows the 6 number. So you have to just try to draw these types of clock by yourself. You have to write down any time and try to draw these types of clock. Now, thanks for watching this video, students. Thank you so much. So please do all the things in the fair book. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you so much, students. We'll meet in the next lecture. So, bye-bye.